morning, everybody. It's Shanda here, 6 a.m. Coffee with Shanda. Hey, I want to talk to you this morning about sorry, you guys over there on Instagram, prioritizing the value, not the work. So what do I mean by this? So I remember when I started my business, I heard, and I'm sure you've heard this too if you've been building a business, like I heard, you got to give something away for free on your website, like an ebook or something, right? You got to give something away for free. Then I heard you got to blog, you got to have a website, you got to blog. Then I heard you got to have the messaging that causes people to buy so that you can make money. So all those things are true. However, when you prioritize the work of actually doing your free ebook, when you prioritize the work of blogging or getting your website up, you actually miss the fundamental value that causes people to buy. So let me explain it for a second. I remember when I started, I don't even remember what my first free gift was on my website. It actually feels like yesterday that I started my business, but it was about 7 years ago. And I just totally don't remember what my first gift was. In fact, I don't remember almost all my gifts that I gave away for free on my website because of the fact that all I did was I worked, created something, I took the risk and created something like an ebook. I remember when I did a video ebook because somebody told me video ebooks would work better than regular ebooks. I mean, that's all about being in the work. And what it left me was, it left me frustrated. It left me feeling worried. It left me feeling like nothing was ever really going to work for me because at the end of the day, everything always seemed to fall short. I still felt that sad feeling of nothing really working. And I don't want that for anyone. And so I'll tell you that it's just small tweaks in your mind that have you prioritize the value, not the work. It requires you to get into a state of generosity so that you're not focusing on me in order to get. And so it's a small tweak because good people focus on like doing the work because they're all up into like ambition and commitment and, they've been taught urgency and they've been taught personal development on a way that actually drives and pushes versus a way that just kind of opens up to things happening. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't work. That just means that you should be really paying attention to who is influencing your mind and how are you filtering the information to be able to create, okay? So I don't want you anymore to just listen to coaches online, listen to coaches, read coaches' blogs, read our books. Stop doing that and pushing to follow the exact same, it's called a swipe, like hacking the system to do it exactly like us. Your come from has to come from a place of value. For instance, I have a client right now that actually came and did a full culture evaluation on my company. And now I can't brag about her enough because it was just an eye-opening moment for my company, me. Also, how do you scale and hire right? So not going to go into all of that. But what I will say to you is now that I've worked with her and she's actually served me, like legitimately served me, I had a need to really build culture into hardcore. It's a priority. And so she offered to come and do an assessment for us. She came and did an assessment for us, and I realized, oh my gosh, I need her. So now all of a sudden, as I'm looking at the model of growing a business, because business is business, it's always the same, right? You guys pay coaches and mentors ridiculous amounts of money to actually tell you the same thing, right? This is why it's really important that you get with a coach or a mentor that is deeply into not spiritual, but yes, spiritual too, but deeply into personal development and never stops because your come from makes a huge difference. And that's a lifelong walk. It's a lifelong walk. And so the model is you give something away for free and then you make an offer that is valuable. People pay for things that they value. The tweak is you offer something for free that is valuable And then you make an offer that is so easy to make because you've already provided real value. So you could see why if you just create an ebook, you feel passionate about something and you create something that, I don't know if you've ever read the book, I think it's 5 Love Languages. If you're speaking from only your love language and you're not incorporating all the 5 levels, this is an aha moment, all the 5 levels of love language in your free offer, then what you're doing is you're fundamentally leaving out your ability to impact more. What I mean by that is that, let me just kind of decode it some more. You know when you have that, oh my God, this is the best gift on the planet. I'm going to give this gift and they're going to love it and I'm going to make millions of dollars. And that's the enemy getting into your head. I know it feels like an amazing thing. I know often you feel like it was downloaded to you. And these are really interesting things that I think you've probably already experienced, left you feeling like the rug was pulled out from under you because it was. Because it was. I mean, it was. Your come from always was yourself. And I know that you want to impact people. I know that. But can you see that it's this small little tweak in the way that you think that actually causes something to take off and grow? So when you no longer create from a place of just inspiration, from a place of just downloading, like downloading from the universe, when you actually look at what would you pay for, right? So for instance, like with Kim, the culture lady, right? The leadership culture lady, my client, I was like, she should actually give her consulting away for free to debrief a paid assessment. Everybody will pay for the assessment. Everybody will, right? They'll all pay for the assessment. But then how do you read those reports to make sure that they happen? Or, give the assessment away for free and then charge them for like a VIP day with the company to actually go over the assessment to make sure that it integrates into their company. Either or, they're both great funnels. There's no right funnel or wrong funnel. There is a better funnel, which means that she just tests both ways. She tests both ways. She goes to 5 people and offers them the assessment for free, and then tells them that for $5,000, I can come to your office and help you integrate this assessment into your life, right? So that could be a funnel of hers. Or she could say, you know what? I'll just charge you for the assessment. I'll just charge you for the assessment. And then as long as you just pay for my flight and hotel, I'll come out and I'll spend like a day with you guys, which is, a $15,000 value. And I'll just help you integrate and make sense of the plan. Well, to me, that's an incredible, because her agreements are bigger agreements. And so that would be a no-brainer for any business owner to actually say yes to. Sure, I'll pay for your flight and your hotel and the assessment, and you'll give me a whole day for free. Are you kidding me? Yeah. But then she has a huge package on the back end that she can actually offer, because I know I've worked with her, and at the end of the day, you're like, I actually need you to come help me, right? So that's one aspect. See how the whole thing is filled with value? Like it's not, I don't know, like I don't think building a business requires smarts. I know this is a weird comment for me to make. And I know that I'm a business coach, and obviously, what creates my company is me selling you coaching. But the truth is that, I think I'm smart, but honestly, I'm just generous. I'm just looking, when I got this tweak in my head and I stopped creating ebooks, video ebooks, free reports, quizzes. The big thing right now is let me give you a quiz online. They're dominating online and you get an incredible lead gen. I know, I've done all of it. And the only stuff that works is stuff that legitimately I would pay for. It's stuff that I would pay for that I give away for free. Stuff that you would pay for that you give away for free. When you operate like that, then people will in droves come and give you their information to be able to get that thing for free. That's about prioritizing value versus prioritizing working hard. So many people are prioritizing working hard, and that's why you're exhausted. Because when you work hard and you don't get a result, it feels exhausting. It feels like a waste of time. It feels like, will this thing ever work? And then self-doubt creeps in. This is how I call it. I call it the devil, the enemy, whatever you want to call it. This is how it gets into your head to start to dislodge you and create thoughts like, I don't want to grow bigger. Family's more important than money. Like all these crazy either or thoughts that don't even exist. They're not even real. Start to come into your mind, your mindset that then completely take you from focusing on where you're going to a little bit off. Have you noticed that when you study the laws of the universe, there's like these highs and lows? Like it's working, then it's not working, then it's working, then it's not working. Try and study scripture for 2 years. Just try for 1 year and see how things just level off and grow like this. You know why? Because you stop trying to get and you start operating from a place of service, like true service. So let me give you another example of how this works. So remember, if you're just tuning in now, I recommend that you go back and listen to the beginning of this 6 a.m. Coffee with Shanda. I do it Monday through Friday at 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern. There's a lot in what I've just taught over the last 12 minutes that I recommend everybody go listen to or re-listen to. So now I'm going to move on. Here's another example. Another example is, now keep in mind, you've got to offer something for free of value. Not just work, not just do these things to work, but offer something for free of value, and then offer something of value that people would pay for, right? Both things should be something that people would pay for and not something that they would pay $19 for. I'm saying something that they would invest really good money in. The better the free gift is. Now, I know you've heard that before. Now, let me flip this. Could you give something away for free that you could charge $600 or $1,000 for? So for instance, you weight loss people, you could offer your sugar buster plan, right? You could offer, I mean, just think, I know you could think, right? What are like, stop like coming up with stupid marketing. Like, let me give you something like how to get through the holidays and not gain weight. I know we all want it, but chances are we're not walking into the bookstore and buying that plan. We're just not. That's like, and I mean this lovely, but I just gonna be honest, that's like one of those stupid little, I'm working. Because honestly, I'm not running around in bookstores or on Amazon searching for that plan because it's not value, it's interesting. It's interesting, and even if I give you my information to get that gift for free, I may or may not ever touch it. Now, I'm not saying you won't get some traction with it, but you won't have an explosion because you're actually just giving to get. What if you gave, it's the holidays. So I'm doing a crazy holiday December. I just created it yesterday, and it's unreal. I'm not going to talk about it now, but it's unreal. It's an unreal gift, right? It's something that I sell for over $2,000 that we're going to give for $600 in the month of December, right? So that's like bringing in more value. It's a holiday special because we're going into the holidays. So like you weight loss people, like what if you could give like, I mean, you guys all sell 7-day weight loss detoxes. You all do it. What if for Black Friday, you could reduce that to like $97 instead of $300 or whatever you charge it for, $600. I know that might be one of your best lead gens, but what if you could just run like a 5-day sale on that? Or what if on your free gift, you could actually give, I mean, I like sugar buster stuff because we go into bookstores to de-sugar detoxes, right? What if you gave a sugar detox? What if you, because everybody's doing weight loss, and I get that everybody loves weight loss, and I don't think you should stop that. but what could you give that your clients like find trouble with? Like, I find it a challenge to know how to go to the grocery store and get everything in my house. It's so annoying when you're on a weight loss plan or some sort of a fitness plan. I mean, we want to do ones that are easy, right? Part of the challenge that I find is like, what do I shop for? Or like in my life, I give my shopping list to somebody else to go shopping for me, right? But that's like a pain. It's a pain point, right? So I would value somebody doing the shopping for me. I'm just throwing brains. So what I do is I grab a big wall-size Post-it and I write out all the things that I actually value, right? So put yourself in your client's space. Like, pretend like you're back when you started and you had a problem with the thing that you sell. Because let's be honest, if you're a master, you didn't learn anything from anybody else. You didn't. Like if you're selling something, like if you're a business coach and you learned something from another business coach and now you're selling, like I've studied with lots of business coaches and I've never retaught any of their stuff or repackaged it, ever. Okay, because that would not be me actually doing something out of my lifelong history, which is what creates millions. It's me reteaching something out of my current history that I've been successful with, which doesn't have a long history or future of success, right? Let me just repeat that. Don't reteach things that you've learned from someone because it's in your recent success bucket. And that does not have a long tail future. That has a short-term future. It makes you money. It's giving to get, right? Look at stuff from your back in your history when you had a problem with the thing that you sell. Like I had a problem making money. I mean, I have it all over my life. I have my family losing money. I have divorce because of money. I have infidelity because of money. I have so many things around. I have heartbreak over money. I have, not feeling worthy over money. Money is directly connected with worthiness, right? You always have what you think you're worth in your life. You also work as hard as you think that you're worth in your life. Just a thought, right? So when you go back to when you started, what were the things that you would have just loved somebody to give you for free? Like you would have just valued it and thought, oh my God, like that is the most amazing person on the planet. Now, could you give some of that for free? So focus on value, focus on giving in value versus giving for free, okay? Because there's something that tweaks in our head like, oh, I'm willing to give this for free. So for instance, if I give my most valuable asset in Hardcore for free, like one of my most valuable assets is teaching people how to sell. Right? You could buy that on my Hardcore Business website right now. You can go to hardcorebusiness.com and for literally 3 payments of $32.99, I'll show you how to sell. It's one of my best features. I mean, I've got 800 clients right now, and out of those 800, there's a huge chunk of them who are living a financially free life because I taught them how to sell. My 5-step process on how to sell. I give that away. Now, I used to sell that for $1,500. I mean, it's my life work of how I learned how to demystify selling and actually do it in a way that works really easily. I can teach someone with no skills how to sell in about 15 minutes, right? So there's a huge value to that, right? So I wanted to just drive this home for you. So, at the end of the day, my message today to you as we conclude this morning is prioritize value versus prioritizing work. If you've noticed, the harder you work does not mean that you make more money. Entrepreneurship is about a results-driven economy, not a work harder economy. And I will tell you one of the biggest mistakes that my clients make when they come into me, because I have hungry clients, people who know that they have a calling and it's going to come out. And they choose me, thankfully, to help them get there. And they drive themselves into the ground because nobody has to tell them to stop working. In fact, they're so driven that they'd probably call themselves workaholics, right? And they battle with it on a daily basis. So remember that entrepreneurship is not about you working harder. It is legitimately about you prioritizing value, not work. I hope this helped. I hope this opened up some questions inside your head. You're always welcome to ask me questions on the thread. I always go back throughout the day. Now we have anywhere from 5,000 to 58,000 people who watch the downloads over the course of the next week here on 6 a.m. Coffee with Shanda. So please know that myself or somebody on my team will get to you. We monitor them because we know that these Coffees with Shanda are making a difference for people. So God bless. Have a phenomenal rest of your day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Oh, quick question, or not quick question, quick reminder. At 8:30 Pacific this morning, at 8:30 Pacific this morning, not on Instagram, but on Facebook, on our Hardcore Business page, I will be streaming live with Lewis Howes, and we'll be talking about The Mask of Masculinity, which is his new book. Here's why this is valuable. If you have any men in your life, do you want to understand them a little bit better? Would you like them to figure out how you can show up in a way that they show up for you, how you can have better relationships with them, and how you can understand them better? Lewis is an incredible man, completely committed to his personal development. In fact, we both study with the same personal development mentor. And at the end of the day, men relationships with ourselves and them are critical for us to understand. So I know it's going to be a deeply vulnerable 8:30 session. I look forward to seeing you live on our Hardcore Business page. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.